Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are gonna try AhnHeeJin exclusive 2 and exclusive 3. As you can see on the screen, she is already exclusive 3, but I recorded some fights and so I'm gonna show you some content against the Weathering Coast when she was exclusive 2. And then we are gonna compare her damage with Melia's ones, and we are gonna find out which one is the best in order to deal some HP burning damage, because you are gonna see that they are close to be the same. Both great heroes, but if you have both, which one is going to be the best one to build exclusive 3, and should you build both or only one of them? We are going to talk about everything in this video, but first of all let me explain the team I am going to use. So here we have a Pauline exclusive 5, Nicholas exclusive 5. You are going to say that yes, I'm using 2 limited heroes, and yeah, that's right. If you want, you can replace them with others and you are still going to be able to deal a lot of damage, right? Here Nicholas, I'm using him only to get a bit more damage with the passive and also to increase my speed by 40% and to heal my heroes, but I already have Pauline to heal my heroes. Pauline, it's okay if you don't have the exclusive 3. He is here to increase the HP of my heroes, and also he is here to cleanse the attack debuff taken on by my Lucia. So then he increases the HP of my heroes, so I'm gonna deal more damage with Nereid and also AhnHeeJin and Melia. And Nereid is here to increase my damage of the team. For every debuff the boss has, I'm gonna have more damage on my team thanks to Nereid, and also she deals a nice amount of damage. Lucia is here to deal some bleed damage. If you don't have Lucia, if you have Nidrold, use Nidrold instead, but ban the first active skill, otherwise he won't be able to put enough bleeds on the boss. And finally AhnHeeJin and Melia. The difference between both, AhnHeeJin will deal less HP burning damage with the layers, with the dots on the boss, okay? She has a 50% less dot damage. In comparison, Melia has more dot damage, and so with the layers on the boss, she's gonna inflict more HP burning damage. But AhnHeeJin, if the boss already have 5 layers of HP burnings on him, when she's gonna attempt to put an extra HP burning damage on the boss dot, then she's gonna deal an extra attack, and this is how she works, and so she can deal a lot of extra damage thanks to that. So let's try the first team with Melia exclusive 5. I'm gonna put a record here and I'm gonna cut the video in the middle, and so we are gonna have a look directly and talk about the result. So this is the result with Melia exclusive 5. Normally she deals between 300 million and 330 million maximum, and the final result is around 777 million that time, but normally it's more average around 750 million using Melia exclusive 5. So time to use AhnHeeJin exclusive 2. So here is the result with AhnHeeJin exclusive 2. The damage are way less than with Melia, but this is not exactly the best result I can have. This is the minimum I can have with this kind of team. Normally, by retrying, I can reach 720 million damage using AhnHeeJin, and so it's closer to Melia, but there is something around 70 million damage in difference with AhnHeeJin exclusive 2 and Melia exclusive 3 and above. So, time to use AhnHeeJin exclusive 3 directly. So now AhnHeeJin is exclusive 3 and basically she's gonna deal 2 extra stages of attack on the first active skill, and if she doesn't kill the target, and if it's gonna be the case because this is a boss, then she's gonna grant to herself 1 layer of magic warhead for 2 turns, and it's gonna increase her ultimate damage by 15%. And also if she doesn't kill the target using the first active skill, she is also gonna reduce the cooldown of her first active skill by 1 turn, and this is the skill on which you are gonna have the most amount of damage. So this should be perfect to deal more damage, right? Let me skip the battle and let's check directly the final result. This is what you can get using AhnHeeJin exclusive 3 instead of Melia exclusive 3. AhnHeeJin is a bit better in terms of damage on this kind of boss. As you can see, 832 million damage, one more time 868 million, and if I change that, you can't get more with using a Melia. I'm gonna retry here if you want, so it's gonna be closer. Let's check. Yeah, as you can see, 800 million almost. Try again. Almost 800 million again. And a bit less that time. So yeah, the damage are close, but AhnHeeJin is still performing a bit better than Melia. But outside of that, we have to talk about other stuff on the heroes. But before, let's talk about the gear and the stats. So let's begin with AhnHeeJin. She has 2 mastery sets, 10k less HP than my Melia. She has 1880 speed. So Melia is exclusive 5, so she has 100 more speed thanks to the exclusives. I should try to increase the speed just a bit in order to play before the boss. I think it's going to be better to do that. I have 10k less HP in comparison with Melia, a bit less speed, so an 89% effect hit, so now I have 14% more effect hit on her in comparison with my Melia, and the same amount of mastery, 182%. On her, I'm using this Echo to increase her mastery by 4%. I'm using these emblems, classic daughter one, but on the support I'm using that, and you should use that on every HP burning hero. And then a cooldown reduction, less damage when she has a shield, more effect hit, pretty interesting. And I'm using this aura level 0 only, and you are gonna see that on my Melia the aura is a bit advanced. So I'm using a mastery set and a fearless set on her. I have 10k more HP than with my AhnHeeJin, way more attack. She deals some interesting damage, attack 1, so 2022 speed, so she has more than 100 than my AhnHeeJin. 76% effect hit, this is not a lot for Melia, and 183% mastery on her, so pretty nice. I'm using this Echo, so she has more HP. I'm using the same emblems and the same aura, but the time it's level 22. Okay, for my damage dealers, okay, let's talk about my Lucia. Mastery set, penetration set, 44k and a half attack. She has 1900 speed. She should deserve a bit more to be faster than the boss. 55% crit rate, 267 crit damage, 75% effect hit, and 161% mastery. She is an hybrid hero. She needs both crit rate and effect hit, and then it is better to increase her attack above her mastery, because at the end of the day she deals direct damage also. And so the more the attack, the more direct damage and the more dot damage. I'm using this Echo on her to increase her mastery. These emblems, same as the others, but that time it's not an HP burning hero, so I'm increasing the effect hit instead. And I'm using the same aura but level 0. Then let's talk about my supports. This is my Nicholas, 2 first aid sets. He has a 2460 speed, and then you need some effect hits. You don't need that much, right? 100% is gonna be way enough on him. The goal is to provide the resistance down to the boss, and that's all for this kind of content. But for dungeons, high levels, stage 40 in Dwarven Ruins, I need that amount, so I'm sure to freeze Nazakma. And then I have some decent amount of healing effect on him. Echo, I'm using that one, so he's gonna have more effect hit and more resistance. I'm using these emblems on him. And this aura, Combat Vanguard 5 stars, so my team is gonna deal more damage. It would be interesting to use that aura on one hero in the team, and it's not the case on my team. I'm not using it, so I would have more mastery on my damage dealers. It would be a great idea. So then this is my Pauline. Resistance, feather set, sorry, and dexterity set, 600k HP, 2416 speed. This is not my PvP build, right? In PvP, I'm playing him lower than that. 145% resistance and a bit of healing effect. I'm using this echo, so he has more effect resistance, great for PvP. Emblems, I'm using that, so he has more healing effect, this is important for PvE. And I'm using this aura, so he can heal a bit more my heroes. Okay, for that, and then who I forgot to talk about. This is my Nereid. I'm using a mastery set and an accuracy set on her. She has a 620k HP, 2000 speed, so she plays before the boss thanks to the speed buff on of my Nicholas, 100% effect hit and 172% mastery. I'm using this echo to increase her effect hit. Why not? It could be better to increase her damage instead. Emblems, I'm using these emblems, same as Melia and Hijin. And finally, I'm using the same Mastery Expert aura on her. So, that was all for that. And then, if you had to choose between Melia or AhnHeeJin, for dungeons, AhnHeeJin, he's gonna be way better, because Melia, before dealing damage, he has to transform using her ultimate, and she get an extra turn. That means she's gonna lose her buffs, and so it's more risky to play Melia instead of AhnHeeJin. But both heroes are amazing for many content in the game. For example, if I take Melia, she is the best hero to use in the Force Mark Tower, and so you are gonna need exclusivity if you want to be more efficient. And same comment for the Dragon Tribe. She is the highest damage dealer of this faction, and so you need exclusives on him if you want to push that content. Outside of that, AhnHeeJin is also the best damage dealer of her faction and for the Blue Mark Tower. And outside of that, she's interesting also in Dwarven Ruins because she doesn't lose her buffs and she deals high damage on waves. She kills waves super fast in comparison with Melia, because she can put up to 4 HP burning damage at once using only the ultimate in one turn. So she is great for that. I don't regret to have both heroes with Exclusive 3 because, as I said, I'm using both of them in different content in the game, and so they are really useful. So that was all for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If it's the case, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Have a nice day and see you soon. Bye bye.